Well, here we are, ladies and gents. This is going to be where we start putting everything together from the previous 3 rounds of the Rookie's Field Training Guide to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just go right to the training mode real quick so that we can take a little bit of time to review what we've gone over. And once again, I'll go with my 3 chosen characters for the tutorial. We'll go with Ryu, Spider-Man, and Hagar.
There can be only one winner.
Alright, let's get this match started.
This world will soon be mine. Live and let die. Fight!
So a few things before we get started. First of all, I was just recently pleased to note that on Dark Masamune 87's channel, speaking of which, there's going to be a link in the description as always, I was actually pleased to find out that, after making the request, I was accepted into a small group that's going to be forming up on YouTube known as Team Hack and Slash. That's pretty much going to be, content providers like Dark Masamune 87, Jersey Boy, Crimson Kunoichi, and myself, actually putting up gameplay footage and commentary from pretty much all over the gaming spectrum, but mainly focusing on hack and slash gaming and having a lot of emphasis on the Tecmo Koei side of things because, well, they're the ones that put up the vast majority of hack and slash games on the market anyway. But yeah, just finding out that I was basically accepted onto the team and finding out that I've got all this support from DM87 and from Jersey Boy, it's really got me stoked to start putting up more content for you guys. So expect to see more of these Sengoku Spotlight videos in the near future, in addition to a few more clips from Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires as its release approaches, faster and faster. Speaking of which, for those of you that are actually looking to try it out, there is an edit mode demo on the PlayStation Network for Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires as we speak. Give it a once-over, you might find that you like it, and if you do decide to get it, the game will be releasing digital only for the PlayStation 3 on February, I believe it was 26th? Yeah, February 26th. As for whether or not it's going to be on physical copy for, say, the Xbox 360, that I'm not too particularly sure on. I can always look it up and inform you later on. But for those that have a PS3 and want to get their hands on Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires, I'd say go for it. I'm going to, and I do intend on actually doing a few walkthroughs and commentary videos on it once I get my hands on it. Of course, that right there will all be dependent on whether or not I'm still neck deep in the weeds once Metal Gear Rising drops on Tuesday. So, with that stated, let's go ahead and get right down to it. I'm going to go from start to finish in training mode, or at least start to finish reviewing the basics. So, you've got your basics of movement. If you're on the one-player side, left and right, that's going to be moving you from side to side. Downs to duck, ups to jump. Down, then up in rapid succession, boom, super jump. Now, whether or not you're on the ground, ducking, or in the air, you have access to basically 4 attacks: light, medium, heavy, and special or launcher. And if you're in the air and you use the special button, it's going to be an extra hard attack that stuns the opponent for a little bit longer. Light, medium, and heavy attacks can be chained together. For some, you can go from standing to low light attacks. For others, it's just 1, 2, 3, light, medium, heavy. Case in point, There's your low chain. And then, let's get him into the air. There's your air chain. Now, if you want to use all 4 attacks, you go light, medium, heavy, special. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And once you hit with the special while you're standing or going from low to special, you can follow them up in the air for an air combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send him back to the ground. Throws are towards your opponent or away with the heavy attack, and you have to be basically within arm's reach. So, backward throws, forward throws. To dash, press 2 of the attack buttons together at the same time, or the default is going to be right trigger or R2. You can dash forward and backward, and some characters like Spider-Man can dash midair, or in his case, web swing. Now that we're switching between characters, calling out your assists, L1 and R1. Holding said button for that assist is going to switch characters. Time for special moves. Most of them are either going to be quarter circles, that being forward or back, dragon punches or Z motions, Z motion forward for that, Z motion back for that. Or some are going to be utilizing pressing the special button and one of the attack buttons together. Some are for offense, some are for mobility. Now, most characters, if you do any of their specials using 2 of the attack buttons or using the R2 or right trigger, they'll go into Hyper Arts. You gotta have at least 1 level on the gauge. Some characters also have level 3s, which do substantially more damage and are unaffected by damage scaling, which means that if you end any combos with a level 3, that damage will be unaffected no matter how long your combo was beforehand. Now, switching characters mid-combo. If you get someone in the air, press either forward or back, up or down, and special while you're in the middle of an air combo. Do be careful that the enemy does have the ability to counter and break your air combo if you try for an exchange and they anticipate which direction you're trying to aim. You can also force in your opponent's characters by doing a quarter circle forward with one of the assist buttons. Let's get Doom out of there and bring in Hulk. Now take note, you want details and tips on all of these? Just refer back to the previous 3 rounds. Now, speaking of dealing with teamwork, canceling from one super to the next. So you can start with 1, do the command for the next character super to cancel into the next. Same for the final. During most supers, you can mash the buttons for extra damage. Now, for team hyper combos, hit L2, the left trigger, or basically both of the assist buttons together. Now, also remember, on the topic of assists, every character has 3 assists that you can choose from. Learn those assists because those assists are actually some of the specials that they have in their arsenal. Same properties and everything, you just have to figure out when to call them out in order to get the maximum amount of effect. Assist characters take double damage if they're tagged while they're out on the screen, so you have to be really careful. To extend your combos, remember that you can cancel most any attack into a special move. Like so. Same goes with hyper moves. You can cancel any attack into a hyper move, and you can even cancel some specials into hypers. Case in point. Now, just as with most specials, some characters can actually do their hypers in midair. And no matter what, whether you're on the ground or in the air, if any of your hypers connects, you can cancel into the next.
Not a chance. Level maximum.
Now, for a lot of the more defensive stuff, like blocking or advancing guard, that is actually better demonstrated in actual combat. So, in order to give you a pretty good view of how to put everything together, we're going to take this bad boy into arcade mode. Now, since I've had a lot of time and experience playing this, I have it set by default to hard difficulty, so you're very likely to see me take some lumps, especially with the team that I'm going to be using. But if you pay close attention, you'll see a lot of what I do, and a lot of what I can do is exactly what I've shown you back in the training mode. So let's go ahead and put our well-rounded team together. We have our all-rounder. Give him the Hurricane Kick assist this time, because I feel like trying to extend my combos even further. Our big grappler, and of course, the Lariat is the best assist for him. I'll explain that one once, well, sorry, I'll go into more detail on why I choose that one when we actually start up with the character-specific field guides. And to finish this off, a speed character that actually has some of the other commands available. So instead of Spider-Man, Chun-Li is the way to go. So let's go ahead and set this to hard, keep time on, so that way I can just breeze through this pretty quickly.
Let your fist do the talking.
Come on, let's see what you've got.
I think I'll probably do maybe 2 or 3 matches in the arcade mode just to give you a basic look. Now, of course, you know I'm being thrown, but I'm also using my dashes to get around. Right there, you saw not only an example of utilizing your assists, but also of advancing guard. Chaining combos together, cancel. Wow, that sucked. Man, that was completely the wrong assist and the wrong special there. And finally, an example of the team aerial counter. And the team aerial combo. And now, we finish it with the team aerial combo. One other thing I gotta warn you guys about blocking, especially blocking specials and hyper arts. Some of them can't be blocked because, of course, they're grapples, they're throws. Others, like most striking attacks or projectiles, will actually shave damage off of your health even while you're blocking them, so you really have to be careful and pick your moments when to defend, when to avoid, and when to go on the offensive to try and counter. And also another thing I'm going to tell you guys about as soon as I finish up this match. And that's going to be that you can actually switch which character you start with on point before the match begins. Ow. She-Hulk hurts. She-Hulk hurts a lot. Yes! No! Ow! Go away, Iron Man. Ah! Bang! And there you just saw a good example of the snapback. Hagar being unceremoniously ejected from the fight. Oh, stupid throws. There we go. Notice how I was doing all that extra damage to She-Hulk when she was called out. Oh yeah, that actually reminded me of one other bit of offensive/defensive info for you guys. If you press all 4 buttons together, that triggers X Factor. Now, X Factor is what could be considered the end-all, be-all comeback mechanic for this game. Pretty much what it does is it gives your characters an attack boost as well as a speed boost. And the fewer characters you have remaining on your team, the greater the boost. And certain characters actually get, more of a boost in certain areas, like say characters like Chun-Li, Spider-Man, and X-23 get an insane speed boost with X Factor. Oh, dang it, I forgot to switch. Anyway, certain smaller characters get an insane boost in X Factor. Others get that boost in attack power. And there are even more still, like some of the heavier characters that get an increase in defense. Now, generally, whichever character you have at the end of your lineup, the one that you try and save for last, is the one that's going to wind up with the highest level X Factor you can possibly manage, because you usually save them for the end. That's another part of teamwork strategy that is definitely going to come into play. Oh yeah, Deadpool. Well, beat him already. Ow. See how Wolverine's pretty much going berserk? Extra speed, all that damage, and you toast. Hooray for Hagar. Now, as this cuts into the next fight, I'm going to go ahead and hold down the R1 button, so that way, after I cut past the score,
Get ready for the fight of your
and when
life.
this next fight starts up, I won't have Ryu on point anymore. It'll be Chun-Li.
You still fear me.
Get ready to brawl. Fight!
Oh, come on. And look, just that one combo with Chun-Li because of how she's lacking in defense for being a smaller, speedy character. She's kind of hurting. However, since she is a speed character, she can generally pile on the damage before any sort of counter assault can be mounted normally. Ow. Ow. Yes, Hagar combos add much flavor to your rice. Let's end this quick. Real quick. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is how Hagar got his own ballad on YouTube.
Yeah, that's why I love
If you think I'm lying, look it up. I think I might actually have enough time for
Get ready for the fight of your
stage
life.
5. Well, I think I might actually have enough time to at least go through this next fight, if not all the way through arcade mode before we get to that 30-hour point.
Live and let die.
Which means I'm actually gonna have to, skip a lot of the stuff like, the pre-fight and end-fight dialogues and such, and just get right down to it. Either that or have Captain America beat the stuffing out of me. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh! This is turning out very not good. Jeez, man. Freaking Cap! Stop that! Oh! Ow! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, it's obvious. Cap really doesn't... Oh, dang it. You really hate to see this kind of thing happen. Well, guess you're about to see level 3 X Factor Chun-Li. Maybe. Ah! Wait, I keep trying to hit the assist button like I actually have someone in reserve. Oh, stupid cat! Oh, there we go. I even need X Factor to survive this. Oh wait, I was wrong. Now, watch that speed. Watch all that speed. Oh, come on. There we go. All that speed and Morgan is done. Great. Now Cap's pulling on the offensive. Oh, that sucked! Well, We're at 25 minutes, so I think this might be a good time to end it. But that right there should actually cover it. It's a good look at what you don't want to see happen, and a good look at just tying together all the basics that I've taught you, or that I've at least explained to you over the last few rounds. So, until next time, this is Blazing Ace Nelson, repping Team Hack and Slash, and I'll see you next game.